Hello, Linda Lyons. This is Mrs. Warm, and this morning I'm going to read The Day You Begin. This is by Jacqueline Woodson and illustrated by Rafael Lopez. I found this book the other day and I knew I had to share it. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you. Maybe it will be your skin, your clothes, or the curl of your hair. There will be times when no one understands the way words curl from your mouth, the beautiful language of the country you left behind. My name is Rigoberto. We just moved here from Venezuela. And because they don't understand, the classroom will fill with laughter until the teacher quiets everyone. It's pretty lonely when people make fun of the way that you speak. Rigoberto from Venezuela, your teacher says so soft and beautifully that your name and homeland sound like flowers blooming on the first bright notes of a song. All it takes is one person reaching out. There will be times when the words don't come. Your own voice, once huge, now smaller. When the teacher asks, "What did you do last summer? Tell the class your story." "We went to France," Shyla says. "These shells come from a beach in Maine." A boy named Jonathan holds out a jar filled with tiny shells so fragile they look like they'll turn to dust in your own untraveled hands. "My whole family went to India, Spain, South Carolina." Each souvenir a small triumph of a journey, their travels going on and on. So these are souvenirs. Souvenirs are little gifts or things that you bring back from a place that you go visit. So everybody's traveling, everybody's bringing little gifts back, but not you. And as you stand in the front of that room, you can only remember how the heat waved as it lifted off the curb, and your days spent at home caring for your little sister, who made you laugh out loud and hugged you hard at nap time. You can only remember the books you kept on reading long after she had fallen to sleep. And in that room, where no one else is quite like you, you'll look down on your own empty hands and wonder, what good is this when other students were flying and sailing and going somewhere? There will be times when the lunch your mother packed for you is too strange or too unfamiliar for others to love as you do. Does anybody have a food that they get from home that maybe your friends don't understand why it's so special to you? Why, even your own friend Nadja will wrinkle her nose and say, "What's in there anyway?" And you'll wonder how she doesn't see the rice beneath the meat and kimchi. You'll wonder why she doesn't remember that rice is the most popular food in the world. For those of you who've never heard of kimchi, kimchi is a fermented cabbage dish. I've always wanted to try it. There will be times when the climbing bars are too high. The run is too fast and too far. The game isn't one you can ever really play. "I don't want him on our team." "You can watch. Maybe you can have a turn later." Have these things ever been said to you? It's not fun. There will be times when the world feels like a place that you're standing all the way outside of. And all that stands beside you is your own brave self, steady as steel and ready, even though you don't yet know what you're ready for. So here's a lone boy just standing. But in his reflection, He's diving through a book, and it is making his world bright. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you until the day you begin to share your stories. My name is Angelina, and I spent the whole summer with my little sister, you tell the class, your voice stronger than it was a minute ago. Reading books and telling stories, and even though we were right on our block, it feels like we got to go everywhere. So here's Angelina and her little sister, and look at all the different places and things that they were able to see when they were sharing the books together. That's how Angelina traveled. She may not be able to go in person, but she can read about it. Your name is my sister's, Rigoberto says. Or your name is like my sister's, he said. Her name is Angelina too. And all at once, in a room where no one else is quite like you, the world opens up a little wider to make some space for you. This is the day you begin to find the places inside, your laughter and your lunches, your books, your travel, and your stories, where every new friend has something a little like you, and something else so fabulously not quite like you at all. Think about that. And there they are. So think about that. Sometimes when you walk into a room and it seems like no one's like you, once you start sharing about where you come from and how you spend your time, somebody's going to find something in common. And that's where friendships begin. That's the day you begin. Have a great day.